Find the exact value secant 5 pi over 6. Well, the first thing I would do is take 5 pi over 6 and then change that to degrees. So that means multiply by 180 degrees over pi. The pi's are going to cancel. And then 6 divides into 180 30 times. So what's left is 5 times 30 degrees. That's 150 degrees. Then I would draw a little picture of that. So 150 degrees, starting from here, if you go all the way over to here, that's 180. So it would be more like this. So this is 150 degrees. And then this angle right here would be the reference angle, and that would be 30 degrees. So once again, we have found our friend, the 30, 60, 90 triangle. And with a 30, 60, 90, across from 90 is 2. Across from 60 is the square root of 3. And across from 30 is 1. Now secant, well, that is equal to 1 divided by cosine. So I really need to find out what's cosine of 30, then figure out what's cosine of 150, and then do 1 divided by that. So what's cosine of 30? So cosine would be adjacent over hypotenuse. So that's square root of 3 over 2. Now cosine of 150 will be the same number, square root of 3 divided by 2, but it could be positive or it could be negative. Who's going to help us? A smart trig class. So right now we're in quadrant 2, which means that sine is positive. That means cosine is negative. Okay. Now 150 is the same as the 5 pi over 6. So basically we just need to do 1 divided by that. So secant of 5 pi over 6 will be 1 divided by negative square root of 3 over 2. And when you have 1 divided by a fraction, that means invert this fraction. Or another rule is, when you're dividing two fractions, leave this one the same and then invert and multiply this one. So when you invert this one, the 2 will go to the top, the square root of 3 will go to the bottom, and you could just leave the negative sign in front. And then just label my answer so everything's there. And that one's done.